Welcome back, CoinJF coins and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a shocking discovery in the world of coin collecting, the 2024 ultra-rare Lincoln penny. A simple 1-cent coin that could be hiding in your pocket change right now, and it might be worth $442 or even more on the current collector's market. That's right, this isn't a joke. This is 100% real. A 1-cent coin from 2024, featuring the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln, is now turning heads in the numismatic world, and today, we are uncovering the full story. Why it's rare, what makes it so valuable, the minting errors and special varieties, and how you can identify one of these hidden gems today. So sit tight, smash that like button, and stay tuned till the end because you might just discover that you're holding on to a mini fortune disguised as a penny. Part 1. Origins of the 2024 Lincoln penny. Let's begin with the roots. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American history since 1909, first minted to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regular issue U.S. coin to feature a real person's face, and ever since then, it's gone through many transformations, from the wheat reverse, to the memorial reverse, to the Union Shield we see today. The 2024 Lincoln penny follows the recent design featuring the Union Shield reverse, symbolizing Lincoln's role in preserving the United States during the Civil War. But what makes the 2024 version different is not the design. It's what happened during production. Part 2. The mystery of the 2024 Ultra Lincoln penny. During the early months of 2024, both the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, D mint mark, struck millions of Lincoln cents for everyday use. However, collectors started noticing something strange. Some of the 2024 pennies had unusual characteristics, and their market value began to rise. Fast. Here's why. Some pennies had die clashes, double dies, and off-center strikes. Others featured ultra-sharp details on Lincoln's coat and face that seemed to pop with higher than normal relief. A small batch of 2024 Lincoln cents had an unexplained metallic sheen different from the standard copper-plated zinc composition. But the biggest shock came when a handful of 2024 Lincoln pennies sold online for over $400, specifically $442 on one popular auction site. Part 3. What makes this penny so valuable? Let's break down the features that drive the value of the 2024 Ultra Lincoln penny. Point 1. Rarity. Although millions were minted, only a few have shown the rare anomalies that collectors hunt for. Low population means higher demand and skyrocketing value. Point 2. Minting errors. These include double die obverse, Lincoln's face, and the word liberty appear slightly doubled under magnification. Off-center strike. The coin wasn't properly aligned during the strike, showing part of the design off the coin. Die clash marks, evidence that the dies hit each other without a blank planchet between them, leaving behind ghostly impressions on the finished coins. Point 3. High-quality finish. Some of these pennies have a proof-like or satin finish that wasn't intended for circulation coins, suggesting either experimental strikes or a mint packaging error. Point 4. Collector hype. The numismatic community is buzzing. Social media groups, eBay, heritage auctions, they're all reporting interest and rising prices on the 2024 Lincoln cents with these features. Part 4. How to identify the $442 penny in your pocket. You might be wondering, how do I know if my 2024 penny is the rare one? Here's what to look for. Step 1. Check the date and mint mark. Look for 2024, with either no mint mark, Philadelphia, or a small D, Denver. If you find an S mint mark, that's from San Francisco, and more likely to be a proof coin, which could also carry value. Look under a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Focus on Lincoln's face, liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust." Any doubling, weird shadowing, or ghost-like features, that could be a DDO or DDR. Examine the edge and strike. Is it perfectly centered? If not, and the coin design is shifted, you may have an off-center error. Is the detail crisp, like higher than usual? That may be a proof-like strike. Weigh it. A normal 2024 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs more or less significantly, you might have a wrong planchet error, which could make your coin even more valuable. Step 5. Compare with online listing. Search for 2024 Lincoln pennies on sites like eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections. Match what you see. If your coin has similar features to those selling for over $400, You might be in luck. Part 5. The current market value and where TOSELL. So, how much can you get for a 2024 ultra rare Lincoln penny? Right now, the known examples with desirable features are selling for between $280 and $442, and some may fetch even more if certified by a top grading company like PCGS or NGC. And that's just the beginning. As more collectors find out about these ultra Lincoln cents, prices could double or even triple. If you want to sell yours, here's how. Listed on eBay with high-quality close-up images. Submit it for professional grading to increase credibility and value. Join coin collector forums or groups and share your find. Attend local coin shows or visit dealers who specialize in rare coins. The market is hot, but it's all about timing and awareness. The right buyer could be waiting today. Part 6. Final thoughts. Why this penny matters in a world where most people throw pennies aside, thinking they're worthless. You now know the truth. 1 cent can be life-changing if you know what to look for. The 2024 Ultra Lincoln penny is more than just a tiny piece of metal. It represents history, mystery, and the thrill of the hunt. It teaches us that value can hide in plain sight, and that every coin has a story waiting to be discovered. So next time you get change from the store, don't toss those pennies aside. Inspect them, study them, treasure them. Because your next coin could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. OUTRO? Call TOACTION if you learned something new today. Hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin content, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another money-making discovery. Got a 2024 penny you think is rare? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep hunting, keep discovering value in the smallest of places. This was your coin guide to the 2024 Ultra Lincoln penny, worth up to $442 and counting. Would you like a voiceover or thumbnail text suggestions for this video too? Today, we're diving deep into the story of a coin that almost all of us have seen, used, or maybe even thrown in a jar. But what if I told you that this tiny copper-colored coin from 2012, a simple 1 cent Lincoln penny, could actually be worth over $442 or even more? Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 2012 Lincoln Shield cent, a modern coin that could be hiding a massive value right in your pocket change. So, before you spend that penny, you might want to watch this entire video because that 1 cent could be the golden ticket to hundreds of dollars. In this video, we'll explore the complete history, the design, the rare errors, and most importantly, the valuable varieties of the 2012 Lincoln penny coins that are currently selling in auctions for shocking prices. Get ready because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to identify ultra-rare 2012 pennies, and how you might just strike it rich from your coin jar. Let's get started. Part 1. Brief history of the Lincoln PENNY. To truly understand the 2012 Lincoln penny, we first need to go back in time. The Lincoln cent has one of the richest histories in American coinage. It was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, becoming the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original 1909 Lincoln wheat penny quickly became iconic. It remained in circulation with the wheat ears reverse until 1958. Then came the Lincoln Memorial reverse from 1959 to 2008. But in 2010, a major change occurred. The reverse design was updated to show the Union Shield, symbolizing Lincoln's role in preserving the United States during the Civil War. This shield reverse, designed by Lyndall Bass and engraved by Joseph Mena, is what you'll see on the 2012 penny. So by 2012, the Lincoln cent had already gone through several transformations, but little did most people know that year would produce some ultra-valuable hidden rarities. Part 2. Specifications of the 2012 Lincoln cent. Let's get technical for a moment because the details matter. 1 cent Abraham Lincoln's bust Union Shield with 1 cent and E pluribus unum. Designer Victor David Brenner. Designer reverse Lyndall Basement marks P. Philadelphia, D. Denver, and S. San Francisco for proofs. 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper weight. 2.5 grams, 9.05 mm plain. Now you may be thinking this sounds like any other penny. But wait until you hear what makes certain 2012 Lincoln cents worth more than $442. Part 3. Why are some 2012 pennies worth money? Most 2012 pennies are only worth face value. That's the truth. But there's a small group, ultra-rare varieties and mint-era coins that have become extremely desirable among collectors. The big money lies in era coins, high-grade coins, MS68 or higher. Proof and special strike varieties, double die, obverse, off-center strikes, and misalignments. And here's where the magic begins. Part 4. Ultra-rare era coins. Look for the 2012 Lincoln cent has been found with multiple mint errors, and some of these coins have sold for hundreds of dollars. Here are a few types you need to keep your eye out for. Double die obverse. Look closely at the date 2012 and the inscription, "In God We Trust." If you see signs of doubling, you might be holding a DDO, a double die obverse. These coins can fetch up to $150 to $400 depending on the strength of the doubling and coin condition. Off-center strike. If the coin was misaligned during minting and the design is off-center, even by 5% to 75%, the value can jump significantly. A 50% off-center strike with a visible date can sell for $250 to $600 or more. Die cracks and cuds. These are small raised lines or blobs caused by cracked dies. They're not always valuable, but when they're dramatic, they can bring $50 to $200 at auction. Transitional errors. If you find a 2012 cent struck on a blank intended for a different year or metal composition, that could be a massive jackpot. Such errors can easily exceed $1,000. Part 5. High-grade 2012 pennies worth big money. Even without errors, a 2012 penny-graded MS68 red mint state can command high prices. In fact, some of these coins have sold for $442 for a top-graded MS68 RD Philadelphia issue, $500 plus for MS68 RD Denver issue, even higher for S-mint-proof coins graded PR70 deep cameo. So, how do you find one? Grab a magnifying glass and examine coins carefully. Look for coins with no scratches, no marks, full original red luster, and sharp strike details. The fewer the imperfections, the higher the grade and the higher the value. Submit promising coins to grading services like PCGS or NGC. It's worth the investment if you believe the coin might grade high. Part 6. Current market value and salices of now. The 2012 Lincoln Shield cent in high grade or with key errors is actively traded on eBay, heritage auctions, gray collections, and other coin markets. Let's look at real-world sales. A 2012 P Lincoln cent MS68 red sold for $442 at auction. A 2012 D penny with double die error sold $4.375. A 2012 off-center penny sold $4.600. Proof coins graded PR70 DCAM have sold for $100 to $200 plus. These aren't rumors. These are real sales. That means 1 cent, literally just a penny, could turn into hundreds of dollars if it has the right traits. Compass. Part 7. How to find one. YOURSELF. You don't need to be a millionaire to find one of these coins. In fact, you might already have one. Here's what to do. Check your change. Look at every 2012 penny you come across. Use magnification tools. A 10x or 20x jeweler's loupe is essential. Learn to spot errors. Compare known examples online. Check both obverse and reverse. Some doubling appears only on one side. Look for unusual weight or color that could hint at a transitional planchet error. Even coin rolls from banks can contain treasures. Buy a few penny rolls for a couple of bucks and hunt through them. You never know what you might find. Turn 1 cent into GOLD. So now you know the 2012 Lincoln penny may look ordinary, but it could be hiding extraordinary value. Whether it's a dramatic double die, a rare off-center strike, a high-grade specimen, or an S-mint-proof in perfect condition, this little copper-coated coin has the potential to be worth hundreds, even over $442. In today's collector market. So don't throw that penny away. Don't let it sit in a jar. Inspect it. Collect it. Protect it. It might just be the most valuable 1 cent you ever own, and remember, every great coin find starts with someone paying attention. If you found this video helpful or exciting, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss a coin worth big money. Drop a comment below if you found any rare pennies or have questions about coins in your collection. We'd love to feature your finds in a future video. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and keep hunting. Your next penny might just be a jackpot. This is your host, signing off from the treasure trail of American coins. See you in the next video. Would you like a thumbnail title, video tags, or a voiceover style script version for this video too? Today, we're diving into a fascinating and incredibly valuable coin that many people overlook. Yes, I'm talking about the mysterious, intriguing, and surprisingly profitable 2000 D Ultra Lincoln penny. The 1-cent coin that could be worth up to $442 or even more. So buckle up, grab your magnifying glass, and let's uncover the hidden gold in copper. Segment 1. The story behind the Lincoln CNT first. Let's rewind the clock a little. The Lincoln cent, or what most of us simply call the penny, has been around since 1909, honoring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, replacing the earlier Liberty designs, and it instantly became iconic. The reverse side originally had 2 wheat ears, which collectors now refer to as Wheaties. But in 1959, for Lincoln's 150th birthday, the design changed to show the Lincoln Memorial, and it stayed that way until 2008. That makes the year 2000 right in the middle of the Lincoln Memorial cent era and a very important time for collectors. Segment 2. What makes the 2000 D Lincoln cent special? Now you might be thinking, it's just a penny from the year 2000. I probably have one lying around. But here's where things get interesting. The 2000 D Lincoln penny, that's the one struck at the Denver Mint, isn't usually seen as rare, but there are exceptions. There's a special class of these coins that collectors call the Ultra 2000 D Lincoln cents, and these can be worth big money, sometimes hundreds of dollars, with a verified market value reaching as high as $442. So what gives the small copper-colored coins such a big value? It comes down to condition, rarity, errors, and demand. Segment 3. Composition and design. Let's take a look at the basic specs of the coin. The 2000 D Lincoln cent is made from zinc with a thin copper coating. That composition started in 1982, replacing the full copper pennies due to rising metal costs. It weighs 2.5 grams, and on the obverse, it features the bust of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse, as mentioned earlier, has the image of the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. The D mint mark under the year indicates it was minted in Denver, Colorado, but it's not just the basic design that collectors care about. The real value comes from what makes a specific coin different from the rest. Segment 4. Mint errors and rare strikes. This is where things get exciting. Some of the 2000 D Lincoln pennies were struck with die errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or even planchet defects. Let's go over a few of the most valuable types. Double die obverse. This means the die used to strike the coin had a doubling effect, especially visible in the word Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date 2000. Off-center strikes. Sometimes coins are struck off-center by 5%, 10%, or even more. The more dramatic the off-center, the more valuable the coin. Broad strikes. These are coins struck without the retaining collar, making the edge look flat and wider than normal. Clipped planchets. If part of the metal blank is missing before the strike, the coin comes out with a bite taken out of it. Transitional errors. While rare, some coins may have been struck on leftover planchets from a previous year or metal composition, making them extremely valuable. Coins with these features are what collectors crave, and they're willing to pay hundreds of dollars for well-preserved specimens. Segment 5. Grading and condition. Another major factor that determines value is condition. Coins are graded using the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor P1 to a perfect mint state 70. Most of the valuable 2000 D Lincoln pennies selling for hundreds of dollars are in mint state MS 66 or higher. If you have one of these pennies in uncirculated condition, no scratches, sharp details, original luster, you may be holding something special. Certified coins from third-party grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, often fetch the highest prices. Collectors trust certified grades, and that drives up value at auctions and private sales. Segment 6. The $442 penny. Let's talk about the legendary $442 Lincoln penny. This coin sold at auction in pristine condition. We're talking MS 68 red, which means bright, untouched, and flawless. There are very few of these in the world. In fact, PCGS has graded fewer than a couple dozen 2000 D Lincoln cents at MS 68. That kind of scarcity drives collectors wild and the price sky high. But here's the exciting part. You could be the next lucky person to find one. These coins are out there, in jars, drawers, even pocket change. Segment 7. How to find and identify valuable pennies. So, what should you look for in your 2000 D pennies? Here's your quick checklist. Strong luster and color. No signs of wear? Visible doubling in letters or date? Off-center or strange shape, certified by PCGS or NGC? Looks different from other coins? Definitely use a 10x jeweler's loupe or a digital microscope to inspect your coins closely. Compare them with images of verified valuable examples online. And if you think you've found something, get it graded. That could be the step that unlocks a $400 plus payday. Segment 8, current market value and trends. The market for error coins and high-grade modern coins has exploded in recent years. The 2000 Lincoln cent may have been minted in the billions, but only a tiny fraction are in top condition or contain rare errors. Currently circulated 2000 cents sell for face value, but Ms. 65 red coins sell between $15 to $30. Ms. 66 red coins can go for $60 to $100. Ms. 67 red coins are valued around $150 to $300. Ms. 68 red coins can reach $442 and higher, especially if demand increases. These values come from real auction records, and as more collectors enter the hobby, these prices can rise even further. Segment 9. Final thoughts and call TOACTION. So the next time you find a penny from the year 2000 with a little d under the date, don't just toss it in the coin jar. That 1 cent could turn into $442 or more. Just by being in the right condition or having the right error. Start hunting now. Search your change. Check your coin rolls and go through that dusty coin album in your closet, because you never know which coin might change your life. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2000 Ultra Lincoln penny and want more videos like this, rare coins, high-value collectibles, and how to spot them, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you never miss a valuable tip, and drop a comment below. Have you ever found a valuable penny in your pocket change? Thanks for watching, and as always, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep dreaming big. Let me know if you'd like a thumbnail caption, title suggestions, or a version of the script for TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Today, we're diving deep into a tiny but mighty piece of American history that could be hiding right in your change jar, your grandparents' drawer, or even inside your piggy bank. That's right, we're talking about the legendary 1984 Lincoln cent, the United States 1-cent coin, also known as the 1984 Lincoln penny, and more specifically, the ultra-valuable and highly sought-after error varieties from that year. This is no ordinary penny, folks. Some examples of the 1984 Lincoln cent have shocked collectors and appraisers by selling for over $442, and in some rare cases, even higher depending on condition, errors, and grading. Yes, just 1 cent. Worth potentially hundreds of dollars, so grab a drink, settle in, and get ready for the ultimate deep dive into the history, hidden treasures, coin specs, collector tips, and shocking auction values of this humble yet extraordinary coin. History of the Lincoln cent. Let's rewind time a little bit. The Lincoln cent first made its debut in 1909, replacing the Indian head penny. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, and it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just any person, but one of the most iconic figures in American history, President Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln cent has gone through various design changes over the years. From the wheat reverse used from 1909 to 1958 to the memorial reverse from 1959 to 2008, and then the newer designs starting in 2009. But today, we're laser-focused on one very specific year, 1984. Why is 1984 so special? Was it a low mintage year? Was there something unusual about that year's coins? Well, yes, and more. The year 1984 produced one of the most well-known double-die errors in Lincoln penny history. The 1984 Lincoln cent, coin SPECIFICATIONS. Before we get to the juicy part, let's go over the basic details of the 1984 Lincoln cent. Denomination, 1 cent. Composition, 95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight, 3.11 grams. Diameter, 19.05 mm. Mint mark, mostly Philadelphia, no mint mark, and a smaller number from Denver marked with a D. Designer, obverse by Victor D. Brenner, reverse by Frank Gasparo. In 1984, over 8.1 billion pennies were minted in Philadelphia alone. Yes, billions with a B.so. What makes some of them worth hundreds of dollars? The famous 1984 double-die ERROR. Now we're getting into treasure territory. In the coin world, errors are everything. A coin with a mistake, especially a visible and dramatic one, can increase its value exponentially. The 1984 Lincoln cent features one of the most iconic and valuable error types, the double die obverse. This means during the minting process, the coin die was impressed twice at slightly different angles, creating a doubling effect on the design. And where exactly does this doubling appear? Look closely at Lincoln's ear. Yes, that's right. Coins with this error show a clearly doubled earlobe with visible separation from the original design. It's affectionately known by collectors as the doubled ear Lincoln cent. It's not a subtle error. When you see it, you'll know. And that's exactly why it has become a favorite among coin collectors. How much is it worth? Now, let's talk money. The good part. A circulated 1984 doubled die Lincoln cent in average condition can still fetch around $40 to $100 depending on where. In better condition, you're looking at $150 to $300. But a certified high-grade MS-65 red example? That can sell for $442 or even higher depending on demand. Some pristine examples have hit $600 to $800 plus in special auctions and certified collections. Yes, this is a coin you could literally pull from a handful of pocket change and cash in for hundreds of dollars. And remember, even if your coin isn't the rare DDO variety, 1984 cents in uncirculated or red condition are still collectible, especially if they have any other anomalies like off-center strikes, die cracks, or retained cud. Errors. Tips for identifying valuable 1984 PENNIES. Let me walk you through how to spot a valuable 1984 Lincoln cent. Examine Lincoln's ear. Look closely under magnification. If you see a clearly separated earlobe, you might have the DDO error. Check the color. Red coins with original luster and coppery shine are worth more than brown or darker tones. Grading services rate color as brown, BN, red-brown, RB, or red, RD, and RD coins always command top prices. Check the mint mark. Most valuable 1984 DDOs are from Philadelphia, so no mint mark. However, Denver minted coins, marked D, can also have valuable errors, though they're rarer. Weigh it. Some transitional errors exist between the copper and copper-plated zinc years, 1982 being the crossover. If your 1984 penny weighs less than 3.11 grams, it might be zinc, which could indicate a wrong planchet or other anomaly. Use magnification and good lighting. Always use a jeweler's loupe or digital microscope. Naked eye inspections often miss the tiny yet valuable details. Consider professional grading. If you think you've struck gold or copper, in this case, consider sending your coin to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC. Numismatic Guarantee Corporation for official certification. This adds value, authenticity, and resale credibility. Why are these coins so desirable to collectors? You might be wondering, why would anyone pay over $400 for a penny? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. Coin collectors or numismatists value coins that tell a story. An error like the 1984 double die Lincoln cent is a window into the minting process, a mistake that slipped through despite modern machinery and inspections. Also, the Lincoln cent series is one of the most collected coin types in the world. It's affordable to start, yet deep enough to keep even the most seasoned collector fascinated. And coins from the 1980s, believe it or not, are starting to become vintage. They're reaching the 40-year mark, and coins from this decade in high quality are becoming harder and harder to find. Auction results and real-world sales. Let's look at some actual sales from recent years. A 1984 Lincoln cent DDO graded MS-65 red by PCGS sold for $442 at Heritage Auctions. A similar coin graded MS-66 red went for $850 on eBay. During a bidding war, even lower-graded examples in VF or XF condition have pulled in $75 to $150 depending on the buyer. One collector paid over $500 for a raw, ungraded coin with stunning doubling and original luster. These aren't fairy tales. These are real auctions, real money, and real collectors competing for a piece of minting history. Final thoughts. Check your change. So what can we learn from all this? The 1984 Lincoln cent, especially the doubled ear variety, is a hidden gem that could be sitting unnoticed in your home, and even if yours isn't the DDO, clean and uncirculated examples from this year still hold collector value and will only increase over time. Go through your coins. Check every 1984 penny. Use a magnifying glass. Look for that double earlobe. Examine the shine. Weigh it. Store it properly. And if you're lucky, you just might have a $442 penny sitting under your nose. Coin collecting is not just about money, it's about discovering history, chasing mystery, and preserving treasures that tell the story of America. And as always, happy hunting, and may your next penny be your most valuable find yet. OUTRO. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare and valuable coins, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe so you never miss a discovery, and drop a comment if you found a 1984 penny or any other interesting coin. Stay tuned, more coin treasure content is coming your way right here on the channel. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and keep shining. Would you like a thumbnail title, video tags, or a short description to go along with the script? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most unexpected yet fascinating coins in American history. The small, it's copper, it's familiar, but it could be worth hundreds of dollars. Yes, we're talking about the 1979 Lincoln penny, specifically the ultra variety that's turning heads in the numismatic world. If you've got some old change lying around, this might be the video that changes your life. 1 penny, 1 cent, from 1979, and it could be worth up to $442 or even more. That's right, folks. A tiny coin with a massive backstory and possibly massive value. Don't blink, because today, we're uncovering the hidden world of the 1979 Ultra Lincoln penny, revealing its secrets, its rich historical background, and why it's fetching big bucks on the collector's market right now. So grab your magnifying glass and your penny jars, because what you're about to discover might just blow your mind. Let's begin where it all started. In the heart of the United States Mint in 1979. This was a time of transition. The United States economy was grappling with inflation. Gas prices were rising. And yet, in the midst of all that, the humble penny was still a staple of daily life. The 1979 Lincoln penny was struck as part of the Lincoln Cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This series replaced the Indian head penny, and Lincoln became the first real person to appear on a regular issue U.S. coin. His portrait was designed by Victor David Brenner, and it has endured ever since. By 1979, the Lincoln Cent had already become an icon, but what most people didn't realize at the time was that certain 1979 Lincoln pennies would become ultra-rare and highly valuable in the future, especially those categorized as ultra or ultra-high-grade, flawless strikes, or ones with unusual mint errors. Now here's where things get really interesting. The 1979 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If your penny has no mint mark, it was made in Philadelphia. If it has a small D under the year, it was made in Denver. And if it has a sharp little S, it came from San Francisco, usually as a proof coin. Now, most 1979 pennies are extremely common. In fact, billions, yes, billions were produced. But not all were created equal. There are a few categories that make certain 1979 Lincoln pennies ultra special. Proof coins from San Francisco, especially those with the Type 2 clear S mint mark. High-grade business strike coins, those struck for circulation but preserved in mint state, graded MS66 or higher. Mint errors, these include double dies, off-center strikes, and transitional errors. It's these rare conditions, particularly in high grades like MS67, MS68, and proof PR70, that skyrocket the value of the coin. So the big question: why would someone pay $442 or more for a coin that says 1 cent on the back? The answer lies in condition, rarity, and demand. First, let's talk condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The closer a coin is to a perfect 70, the higher its value. A flawless, untouched 1979 Lincoln penny with sharp details and full luster, especially one certified by NGC or PCGS, can command hundreds of dollars. Now add rarity. While billions were minted, only a tiny fraction have survived in perfect, untouched condition. Most have scratches, wear, and environmental damage. Finding a pristine one is like finding a needle in a haystack. Lastly, demand. Collectors love Lincoln Cents. They want full sets, every year, every mint mark, every error. This demand drives up prices for the finest examples. Let me give you some real numbers. A 1979 Lincoln penny graded MS68 by PCGS, nearly flawless, once sold at auction for over $400. Some proof versions have gone for even more depending on eye appeal and strike quality. In today's market, The ultra-quality 1979 Lincoln cent can still fetch $442 or more, especially when it has superb eye appeal and high certification. So what exactly should you be looking for? Here are the hot ticket features of the most valuable 1979 pennies. 1979 S-Type 2 proof. This has a clear S mint mark rather than a blurry one. These are rarer and more desirable. 1979 no mint mark in MS68 condition. Regular Philadelphia strike, but extremely well preserved. Double die obverse. Look closely at the date or liberty. If there's doubling, it could be a major fine. Off-center strike. Some pennies were misaligned during minting and can sell for tens or hundreds depending on severity. Die cracks or cuds. These mint errors are becoming popular among niche collectors. Here's how you can find out if your 1979 Lincoln penny is worth big money. Inspect it under a magnifying glass. Look at the date, the mint mark, and overall condition. Check for luster and sharpness. A dull, worn coin likely has little value, but one that gleams? That's promising. Use online resources like PCGS Price Guide, NGC Coin Explorer, and eBay sold listings to compare. Get it graded. If you believe your coin is in mint state or proof condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified coin always sells for more. In today's market, here's what 1979 Lincoln cents can sell for. Circulated condition. Typically 1 cent to 10 cents mint state. MS65 $5 to $1.25, MS67 and MS68. $150 to $400 proof 1979. S-Type 2 PR69 DCAM. $150 perfect proof, PR70 DCAM. $300 to $500 plus, and the market is still growing. As more people start coin collecting, the value of premium specimens continues to rise. The 1979 penny still contained 95% copper. It wasn't until 1982 that the U.S. Mint shifted to mostly zinc due to rising metal costs. Copper content alone in an older penny is now worth more than 1 cent. Though melting coins is illegal in the U.S., the 1979 penny design hadn't changed much since 1959, when the reverse was changed from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial. So now that you know the secrets behind the 1979 Lincoln penny, are you going to check your old change jar? You might just be sitting on a mini treasure worth hundreds of dollars. Go dig through your couch cushions, your coin collections, your grandpa's old penny jar, because that shiny copper coin from 1979 could be more than just a memory. It could be money. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, share this video with your fellow collectors, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into rare coins and hidden treasures. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you're going to start searching now. This is your host signing off. Until next time, stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, treasure is everywhere. You just have to look. Let me know if you'd like a thumbnail title, video description, or voiceover tips for this video. Today we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked and fascinating coins in American history, the 1972 Lincoln cent. Also known in special cases as the 1972 Ultra Lincoln penny. That's right, what was once worth just 1 cent could now be worth as much as $442 or more in today's collector market. And we're not just talking about any penny. We're talking about a rare strike, a piece of minting history, a cent that hides value beyond its copper shine. In this video, we're going to explore the rich history behind the 1972 Lincoln cent. Uncover the minting secrets that make some of these coins incredibly rare, explain how to identify valuable error varieties, and most importantly tell you how you can check your pocket change and possibly cash in. Let's get started. Chapter 1. A brief history of the Lincoln cent. The story of the Lincoln penny begins in 1909 when it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, commemorating his 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head cent and made history. It's been part of American currency ever since. By 1972, the Lincoln cent had already become an everyday icon. But that year specifically, something interesting happened. At first glance, the 1972 penny might not look like much. But deep in the details lies a treasure. The composition and mint marks. Let's talk numbers. In 1972, the U.S. Mint struck over 5.5 billion Lincoln cents across 3 different mints. Philadelphia Mint, the largest mintage; Denver Mint; San Francisco Mint. Most were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc. a composition that would change in later years due to rising metal costs. So even just in terms of metal value, older copper pennies like the 1972 have an edge, but here's where things get interesting. Chapter 3, the 1972 double die obverse. A hidden rarity among the billions of 1972 pennies, a very small number were struck with a major mint error known as a double die obverse, or DDO. This means that during the minting process, the die that struck the coins had a doubled image. As a result, the final coin shows strong, visible doubling, especially in the word liberty, the date 1972, and the motto, "In God We Trust." This variety is known as 1972 double die obverse variety 1, and it is highly sought after by collectors. Depending on its condition, this error coin can fetch anywhere from $100 to over $1,000. But even non-error 1972 pennies can carry significant value, especially in uncirculated or ultra-high-grade conditions. The rise of the ultra-Lincoln penny. Now let's talk about the ultra-Lincoln penny term. This isn't an official U.S. mint classification, but among collectors and sellers, ultra-Lincoln often refers to exceptionally well-struck coins with high luster-proof-like quality or special die varieties, rare conditions like full red, RD. Uncirculated examples in the case of the 1972 Lincoln cent, high-grade examples certified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC as MS. 66 RD or higher are extremely rare and can command market prices of $200 to $442 or more. The reason? Scarcity. Out of the billions produced, only a tiny fraction survive in perfect gem mint condition with no scratches, blemishes, or signs of circulation. What determines the value of a 1972 Lincoln cent? Let's break it down. The value of your 1972 penny depends on 5 key factors: mint mark Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco condition, graded on the Sheldon scale from poor to perfect, mint state color designation brown red brown, or red coins are the most valuable, rarity of errors, double die, off-center strike, die clashes, BIE errors, etc. Professional grading coins certified by PCGS or NGC are far more trusted and valuable. For example, a 1972 Lincoln cent with a strong double die obverse in MS 65 RD condition could be worth over $1,500. Even a regular 1972 penny in MS 66 red condition could sell for $200 to $442 in today's collector market, especially if it's certified and slabbed. How to identify valuable 1972 pennies at home. So how can you check if you have a valuable 1972 penny? Check the mint mark, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect the lettering and date. Step 3. Look for doubling in liberty, the date 1972, and in God We Trust. Step 4. Examine the coin's color and shine. Is it bright red and flawless? If you suspect you have a rare variety, send it to a grading service like PCGS or Ankton. Underestimate what you can find in change jars, old wallets, or your grandparents' coin stash. Real market sales and auctions. Let's talk real money. Recent auction records show that a 1972 double die penny in MS 65 red sold $4.1920. A regular 1972 penny in MS 66 red condition sold $4.442. A circulated 1972 D penny with a rare BIE die break sold for over $1.80. So yes, even a single penny could change your fortune. Should you collect 1972 pennies? Absolutely. The 1972 Lincoln cent is a must-have for both new and seasoned collectors. Whether you're in it for the history, the thrill of the hunt, or the potential profit, this coin delivers. And let's face it, who wouldn't want to turn 1 cent into $442 or more? Check your pennies. You might be rich before you spend another penny. Stop and look. That humble little copper coin might just be the key to an unexpected treasure. Remember, rare coins are still out there in your drawers, in your jars, in your pockets. The 1972 Ultra Lincoln cent is proof that hidden gems exist in plain sight. So next time you get change at the store, don't toss it aside. Flip it over, shine a light, and look closely. You might be holding history or a fortune. Call to action. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin videos, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a hidden treasure. Let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare penny? Do you have a 1972 Lincoln cent hiding somewhere? Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep believing that big value can come in small cents. Would you like me to design a thumbnail or title for this video as well?